Hey everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today, we're taking a classic party dip and giving it a dazzling, jewel-toned makeover. Forget everything you thought you knew about guacamole because we are making pomegranate guacamole. Trust me, once you try this, you might never go back to the plain old version again. It's the perfect combination of creamy, tangy, sweet, and savory, with an amazing pop of texture. It looks absolutely stunning on any table, and it tastes even better. So, if you're ready to seriously upgrade your snack game, stick around. Let's get mashing. First things first, let's talk about our star players, the avocados. The key to incredible guacamole is using perfectly ripe avocados. You're looking for ones that have a slight give when you gently press them, but they shouldn't feel mushy. A little trick is to flick off the small stem cap at the top. If it comes off easily and you see a nice green color underneath, you've got a winner. If it's brown, it's likely overripe, and if the stem doesn't want to budge, it needs a few more days on the counter. I'm using 3 large Hass avocados today, which will give us a really generous portion. Perfect for sharing. Or not, I won't judge. Now for our second star, the pomegranate. These are like little ruby gems packed with sweet and tart juice. Getting the seeds or arils out can seem intimidating, but I have a super simple, mess-free method for you. First, score the pomegranate around its equator, but don't cut all the way through. Just break the skin. Then, twist the 2 halves apart. Now, hold 1 half, cut side down, over a large bowl and whack the back of it firmly with a wooden spoon. The arils will just fall right out into the bowl, leaving most of the bitter white pith behind. It's surprisingly effective and kind of a great stress reliever. We'll need about a cup of these beautiful arils for our recipe. Alright. Let's build this beautiful dip. Grab a large bowl. I like using a wider, shallower bowl because it makes mashing so much easier. Cut your avocados in half, remove the pits, and scoop that gorgeous green flesh right into the bowl. Now here's a point of debate in the guacamole world, chunky or smooth. I personally love a bit of texture, so I use a potato masher or just a fork to break them down, leaving some nice little chunks. You don't want to overmash it into a paste. We want it to have some body and character. A little bit of texture is what makes homemade guac so much better than the store-bought stuff. Once your avocados are mashed to your liking, it's time to add our flavor base. We're going to add the juice of 1 large, juicy lime. Please use fresh lime juice. The bottled kind just doesn't have that same bright, zesty kick, and it can sometimes have a bitter aftertaste. The lime juice not only adds essential flavor but also helps to keep our guacamole from turning brown too quickly. Next, let's add some red onion. I'm using about half of a small red onion, finely diced. The key here is to dice it really small so you get a little bit of that sharp, savory bite in every mouthful without it being overwhelming. If you find raw onion a bit too strong, you can soak the diced onion in cold water for about 10 minutes and then drain it well. This will mellow out the flavor quite a bit. Now for a little bit of heat and a classic guacamole flavor, we're adding some jalapeno. I'm using 1 whole jalapeno. I like to remove the seeds and the white membranes from the inside, as that's where most of the heat is concentrated. Then, I mince it as finely as I can. This way, you get that wonderful fresh, green chili flavor distributed throughout the dip without any one bite being overwhelmingly spicy. Of course, if you're a true spice lover, feel free to leave some or all of the seeds in, or even add another pepper. You are the master of your guacamole's destiny. Let's bring in some fresh herbs. Cilantro is a must for me. It adds such a bright, citrusy, and herbaceous note that just screams freshness. I'm using about half a cup of roughly chopped fresh cilantro. I know some people have strong feelings about cilantro. So if you're not a fan, you could substitute it with some fresh parsley, or just leave it out entirely. But if you do love it, don't be shy with it. The more, the merrier in my opinion. After the cilantro, we need to season it. I'm adding a good pinch of salt, probably about 3/4 of a teaspoon to start, and a few cracks of fresh black pepper. We can always adjust this later, so it's best to start with a little less. Okay, let's give everything a really good stir. Use a spatula to fold all those ingredients together: the mashed avocado, the lime juice, the diced red onion, the minced jalapeno, and the cilantro. Gently mix until everything is just combined. You want to see all those beautiful specks of red, green, and white throughout the creamy avocado base. Now is the perfect time to do a little taste test. Grab a chip, take a scoop, and see what you think. Does it need more salt? A little more lime for acidity? Maybe a bit more jalapeno for heat? Adjust it now until it tastes absolutely perfect to you. This is your masterpiece, so make it exactly how you love it. And now, for the grand finale, the element that makes this guacamole truly special. It's time to add our pomegranate arils. We're going to gently fold in most of them, saving a small handful for garnishing on top. Be gentle when you're stirring them in. We don't want to crush them. We want them to stay whole so that when you take a bite, you get that incredible burst of sweet tart juice. The contrast between the creamy avocado and the pop of the pomegranate is just sensational. It's a texture and flavor combination that is totally unexpected but works so beautifully. Look at that! Isn't it just gorgeous? The vibrant green of the avocado, the deep red of the pomegranate arils, the specks of cilantro and onion. It's a feast for the eyes before it's even a feast for your mouth. To serve it, transfer your guacamole into your favorite serving bowl. I like to create a few little swirls on top with the back of a spoon, and then sprinkle over those reserved pomegranate seeds and maybe a few extra cilantro leaves for that final flourish. It looks so festive and inviting. Now, what do you serve with this masterpiece? The obvious answer is tortilla chips, and they are a perfect choice. But don't stop there. This pomegranate guacamole is also incredible with fresh cut veggies like bell pepper strips, cucumber slices, or jicama sticks. It's also fantastic as a topping for tacos, especially fish or shrimp tacos. You can spread it on toast for a next-level avocado toast, or dollop it onto a grilled chicken breast or a piece of salmon. The possibilities are honestly endless. The sweetness from the pomegranate makes it pair so well with so many different things. So there you have it, my friends. My absolute favorite pomegranate guacamole recipe. It has a simple twist on a classic that delivers a huge wow factor in both looks and flavor. It's perfect for holiday parties, summer barbecues, or just a Tuesday night when you're craving something extra special. I promise you, if you bring this to a party, you will be the star of the show, and everyone will be asking you for the recipe. I really hope you give this a try. If you do, let me know what you think in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me in the kitchen today. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more delicious recipes. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
So many choices, so little time.